Welcome back to Syracuse, New York for Gatekeeper and HyzerMedia's combined coverage of the 2024 Syracuse Open, sponsored by the Pie Guys. I'm Nathan Johnson, joined in the booth today by former champion of this event. 2022 must have been a good year. Dan Brooks-Wells, how's it going, Dan?
Doing so good, man. Happy to be commentating on these courses out here. Love this place, and we got some good players to watch.
Yeah, Harry Chace leading the way at 5 under par on this feature card. Josh DiBattista, Luke Sakran, and Jerry Menzie a couple strokes behind, looking to make their way up the leaderboard here on the back nine. But this round one, that 5 under mark seems to be kind of the goal for the field.
Yeah, with 7, 8, and 9, those are kind of all bonus holes. Good thing that they are scoring on that front nine, but the back nine is the easier of the nine, so you got to keep it rolling. And we're going here with hole 10, par 3, 245 feet. There's an OB area on the right side. It's like a castle playground is what we used to call it. So you're really just taking a putter or a mid, and you're just throwing right at the basket here.
Kind of like Harry Chace did right there. That was a nice shot, scoots his way up into circle one. See Josh DiBattista going for more of a flex line, catches some of the skinny trees.
Yeah, and even though these guys are hitting these trees in the front, they're still like circle's edge, maybe even a little inside of circle's edge. That one kind of scoots out a little bit to the left, but he should still have a putt.
Yeah, and Jerry Menzie going with the standstill, catches those same trees as well. So got a couple of tricky straddle putts coming up. Josh DiBattista going to be up first from just inside the circle.
Just a bit low. Maybe just these skinny trees just like kind of hindering you. And you can see like it's just covered over here on the left side. So some fun putts.
Yeah, this is a good basket to play some horse or whatever you want to call it on. Some putting games. Get your practice in. Jerry Menzie trying to use all of
Stretch
that
it out.
Frame. Make sure he did his yoga in the morning.
There you go.
High left, but gets it to stick.
Yeah, it's kind of jabbed at it there, but ends up working out. Remember, folks, do your yoga. You'll make putts like Jerry here. And Harry looks like he has the best look at it. Pretty open from the angle he's got.
Yeah, doesn't have to change his stance at all. Just normal staggered putt, and he knocks that one down dead center to keep his hot round going.
Everyone else here is tapping in their pars, and they get to think about the first 10 holes. There's a little bit of a walk in between 10 and 11 here. But not for us. We're super fast. This is hole 11, par 3, 273 feet. OB road on the left, but actually this one seems to be playing as an island here.
Yeah, gotta stick it inside that hexagon, I think. Let's see if I pass geometry class. Nicely done from Harry Chace. Sticks it close. This is a bit wide for Menzie. Does it sneak in?
I'm not sure. No, it does not. We got some flaggers out there.
That one leaks short left for DiBattista. Gets the red flag as well.
This always played a little longer than what the sign said, or it feels like it. It's just like the slightest bit uphill, so you just have to give it a tiny bit more than what you think. There's a good shot there. And, if you don't hit the island, you go to a drop zone. Makeable, but tough to make.
Yeah, about a 60-footer. Jerry Menzie up first, giving it a run. Comes up just a bit short. You can see that tree in the background blowing. Good amount. We got a little bit of wind out here. We saw DiBattista very close on a lot of these long bids on the front nine. See, maybe he can dial this one up, save a par.
Oh, it looks like the wind just kind of held that one up there. And yeah, this is not one you're looking to take a bogey on. This is one of the easiest holes on the course. I mean, I know that there is the added pressure of the island, but still, there's nothing in your way for 270 feet.
Yep, so this is a par putt for bogey putt for DiBattista. Knocks it down to limit the damage.
Yeah, solid putt. Definitely seems like, again, the wind is picking up as Harry even has to test it there. Take a little extra time, make sure that, you know, the wind's not going to die or like come back right away. Solid strike.
Yep, just got to make sure you commit to it, give it the pop, follow through all those good colloquialisms. Is that the word I'm looking for?
Yeah, sure. I'm not going to look it up, so. All right, and we are going over here to hole 12. This is a par 3, 397 feet. This drone is taking a weird route, but it is pretty much just a straight shot or a hyzer shot into this basket. All these guys are going to throw hyzers over this bush on the right side and let it just sink in. This one's kind of held out to the right a little bit more than what Harry wants, I'm sure. Maybe the wind kind of held it over there.
This is looking like a better line from Sakran, going with the overstable disc. Lets that stability fight back at the end. I'm going to give him a birdie putt.
Yeah, this one's ripped pretty good too. This gets the swing back. It'll be good. Yeah, if he got a skip there, he'll be inside the circle.
Oh, this one is overcooked though from DiBattista.
Get down, get down, get down. Oh, that is over the fence. Home run, just not the kind you want. He will have to settle for a bogey putt. And you can see Harry, decent run there, but just getting his a little bit too straight out of his hand. Looks like Menzie went a little deep as well, and he doesn't really have much from in there.
Just has to pitch out and grab the par. So the only look for birdie on the card from Luke Sakran, just a bit off on the right-hand side.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. That's a good drive on this one.
This is to save a bogey for DiBattista. Unfortunate back-to-back bogeys for him. Understandable on the island hole, but this is one that it's a tough mistake to make.
I wonder if it was just a release mistake or maybe a disc choice, you know.
Yeah, I think just maybe underestimating the wind a little bit.
Potentially, yeah.
This coverage is brought to you by the Pie Guys, title sponsor for the Syracuse Open for its first 3 years. Reese and the Pie Guys team have been integral in the growth of this event since day one, providing lunch for all players and contributing to one of the largest pro purses in the Northeast. Stop in and chow down on their selection of brick oven pizza, fish fry, subs, and more. Or carry out your next meal. With 5 locations in central New York, including 4 in Syracuse, you're never far from a hot slice.
Right, hole 13, par 3, 410 feet. Pretty open here on this left side, but the basket is tucked in and to the right. A lot of backhands here, turn over backhands to try and access this pin. This is a crush of a flick.
Yeah, here he is going to go for it anyway. This is
not good.
Either early released or just put on way more hyzer than he was looking for. That is going to be a difficult scramble.
It really will be, yeah. The mistake is definitely this, to just overturn it. He'll have a straight shot into the pin. Still a crusher of a forehand, though.
Yeah, close to pin high, I'm sure. We've seen Jerry throw some big forehands all day. This one is looking good as well.
It's got a swing. So, I've seen this play a lot. This needs to flex quick.
Luckily, it does stay on the edge.
Probably a little roll out, but even this isn't the easiest shot either. You know, if you go into that right side, probably where Harry is, there's really nothing over there. You're looking to just pitch out. There's a good bit there. As Harry goes into the wilderness.
Into Narnia.
And try and track that down. There is like one little path back there, but it's rare you land near it.
I assume he's just going to have to throw something up and over if he can even find a way. Find a hole in the bushes. Or, oh, this is his second shot now, maybe.
Yeah, we're guessing right now it's a bogey.
We'll find out here in a second. And that was a great tee shot for Menzie. Actually ends up going deep, but cannot connect on the birdie putt.
Yeah, he's going to want that one back. This is an absolute bonus birdie. And I believe this did play. Let's see here. Yeah, this did play as the hardest hole on the course. No surprise to me, especially in this wind too.
You can see the bushes just making things difficult, and oh man, Luke Sakran is going to be potentially punished big time for running that 60-footer he had. I think you can barely see him through those bushes there. Might have a tiny window, but with the wind kind of doing what it is right now, this would be a really great make if he can save the par.
We believe in you.
Just kind of has to fight through those branches.
Yeah.
Just jam it in there.
Sometimes when you're in there, you got to give it a little, that little extra nose up spin.
Oh, and that's just what he does. Great par putt from Luke Sakran.
Very nice. No harm done for DiBattista on hole 13. And a par for Menzie, but could have been a nice bonus. But that's all right. So we're taking a short walk through that little path over there to hole 14. This is a par 3, 213 feet. Really tight off the green. It's really about missing these two trees and finding your way past this one big group of trees here. If you can get to around here, you have a putt. But easier said than done. If you hit early, you're scrambling.
Uh-oh.
Just like that. That is definitely Scramble City. It's a good shot here by Menzie, but he gets a roll that I have seen plenty of times.
It was a nice looking shot from DiBattista. Just catches one of those late trees. He'll still have a birdie putt coming up.
Yeah, and this is what you want. If you can push a putter straight and just have it slide straight, you'll have a putt at the basket. That's a really good upshot from where he was. And it looks like DiBattista's left with about a 50-footer, 45 maybe. And just leaves it short. Here's where Menzie rolled to.
Oh,
Nice. Little stepper.
spins it in from 40 feet, obstructed through the trees. That's a great putt. He's like, he doesn't even care. He's unfazed. Wow.
Yeah. It's like whatever.
Yeah, pretty similar putt for Chace coming up. Catches some cage, but does not drop.
Yeah, and you can see like there's an opening on the left. That's kind of like a little wind tunnel. There's definitely wind gusts that get into there that just affect your disc as it's going into the basket. There's a good putt there. A really good save from Sakran. It was not easy from where his drive was. And these guys are going to tap in for their pars as well. No shame in that. This also played, this was the second hardest. So you played the hardest to second hardest. Taking a little walk over to hole 15. This is a par 3, 240 feet. Really just a hyzer off the tee. You got some trees that you're dealing with, but if you hit the line off the tee, you're most likely not going to hit any of these trees coming in. This is looking pretty good from Menzie.
Yeah, smooth shot there. Jerry Menzie's somewhat local. He's from about 90 minutes away from here, third highest rated player in New York. So, you know he's not going to miss this tournament. That was a nice looking shot from the local Luke Sakran.
Yeah, that one looks a little early. Needs to push forward a little bit more, just like this. See where that one ends up. And yeah, Jerry, I don't know if you saw this, Nathan, but Jerry had a viral ace up in Rochester as that one just goes to the right. Like a huge forehand ace at Chi Park in Rochester.
Okay, yeah, I've definitely seen some of Jerry's videos on Instagram pop across my feed,
Yeah.
so I know he's out there on that content grind. See if he can add another one to the highlight reel as he knocks down that birdie putt from circle's edge.
Yeah, good solid putt right there. I know his round, it's probably not what he wanted, but he's got, you got 3 holes now you can end on with 3 birdies. And Harry here goes a little bit past the basket, looking back towards the basket for his birdie. Easy does it. Harry's kind of cooled off on this back 9, You know, he has a bogey in there. Not too many birdies, but again, these last 3 holes are very gettable. DiBattista finds center chains as well.
Yeah, like you were saying, Dan, the back 9 definitely the more scoring 9, especially down the stretch here. So you'd like to see these guys finish strong on these last couple holes.
All right, hole 16, par 3, 219 feet. You can take the left side, you can take the right side. You just got to make sure you hit one of these gaps. Once you make it through the first set of trees, you got to get it through the second set of trees as well. Anywhere up in here, and you're looking at a putt.
We've seen him do this a couple times today. Just a nice, smooth standstill backhand from Menzie. And I think
he gets
root
rooted.
Or something. Yeah, that's a tough break.
Here's a good-looking shot from DiBattista. And these are the same woods to the right of this hole as hole 1. So they're playing kind of back up the right side of that fairway and dealing with the same root system and all these like tiny trees that are back here. Harry decides to take the left side, definitely more open with that sort of shape, and he'll have a putt for his 2.
Yeah, we're going to see the same thing from Luke Sakran. It's going to fade out a little bit left. He'll probably be in the circle 2 range. But Menzie up first after coming up a bit short, going back to that stepper. Just a bit low.
Oh, no. I like the solid bid, but he's got some work coming back.
About same distance coming back, just inside the circle this time, and doesn't catch.
A lot of chains, but it was high left. He will have to settle for his bogey. And this is what Harry is left with for his bird.
Just about 15 feet or so. As these guys clean up their tap-ins. We had an ace, Andrew Cochran.
All right.
With the 1 on this hole 16.
Very cool. I wonder if it was a
baller.
skip. It is. It is. I wonder if it was a skip. Curious. Andrew, if you're watching, let us know. All right, to finish off the last 2 holes that will be in the Open, this is a par 4, 594 feet, OB stakes on the right, OB parking lots on the left once you get up towards the basket. Landing zone somewhere in here, and then you're throwing a hyzer up over these, around this tree into this basket. So this is one where it doesn't really matter where you are off the tee. You're just trying to rocket one out there and giving yourself a look in. Harry's got the distance to really push himself up towards that big tree.
Doesn't really try to bite off too much there. Just a nice controlled big hyzer. Kind of what all these guys are doing.
Yeah, in the past, you've had some locals argue that this is a par 3, and I'm just like, come on, guys. Just give us a break. You know what I mean? 600 feet. So we're not on the Pro Tour here.
Yeah, just it's okay. It's okay to have must get birdies holes on the course.
And you know what? It does, the wind does start to pick up on these last 2 holes, so this can become a tricky upshot and tricky putt. And DiBattista does leave that one a little low.
Yeah, Menzie going to opt for the forehand over that parking lot. Just needs to miss a couple of barriers late and scoots his way up into circle 1.
And you know what? Having as Sakran hits the tree and kind of rolls away, this wind is definitely picking up. That OB line on the right side really pushes these players on the left. Look how close that stake is. That is not usually there. So that definitely heightens the difficulty of this green.
Yeah, it is still quite a demanding and dangerous approach with this tree, especially if you're going to go with the backhand. You see both of these guys end up hitting the tree and coming up quite a bit short. So not a must-get birdie by any means. Still got to earn it. We'll see if Josh can save it from deep, but unable to connect there.
Here's Jerry looking back for his birdie. Good solid strike there, and he's gotten 3 out of the last 4, so really picked it up. Starting to finish strong.
Oh
no!
That was disgusting.
It paused on the rim. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, talk about a 50-50. That one felt like it hung up there for forever. It's going to be a tough bogey for DiBattista now. It's going to drop him back to just 1 under.
Yeah, he's going to have to put in some serious work the next 2 rounds. But Harry, for the turkey, has a chance to finish 10 under par. All right, coming back the other way, this is hole 18, par 4, 690 feet. OB stakes to the right, OB, and parking lot to the left is also OB. You're just trying to crush one out here. And once you crush one out, you have more of a touchy shot into the basket where the front side is open, but the back side is very, very guarded.
Yeah, this is absolutely smoked from Harry. Just a nice hyzer flip. The distance driver probably somewhere in the 500 plus foot range. The kid throws very far.
Here's a rip by Jerry as well. Coming out of the flex nicely. Just a hyzer into the basket from there.
Yep. Sakran, we know he loves to throw these like super overstable flex shots. This one is going to work out nicely, comes out of it, finds the fairway.
I love that. Just so predictable.
Good pull from DiBattista as well.
Yeah. So everyone's going to have, I mean, you could throw a fairway if you want, but if you're close enough, these guys are going to be going mids for sure to kind of slow the skip into the basket. Again, the backside is where the trouble is.
Menzie opting for the forehand. Definitely more space entering the green, but this is a bit sawed off. And yeah, catches the right side rough. It's going to leave him, could be an interesting putt.
Yeah, if it's skipped in, you know, he'll have to work through some stuff, but this one looks pretty similar. And it does, so it clears out a tiny bit to the right side, but not much. So those are 50-50s. But I like this play, the hyzer working away from the bushes.
Yep, so DiBattista up first from about 40 feet, looking to end his round on a high note, and he does.
Very nice. Not the round he wanted, but that's an awesome putt to make going into the second round. They do play 2 rounds on this first day, so he can build off of that momentum.
For sure, Sakran was able to sneak through those bushes, ends up with an open look, knocks down a birdie of his own. Most likely going to play his next round with Josh as well, as sitting at that 2 under mark.
Yeah, Menzie here. He did get into this bush, but it looks like he's got one little limb in his way.
Not a problem. Knocks it down to get to 5 under. And I don't think we saw one all day, unless I missed something. I think this is going to be our first star frame of the day. Better late than never.
Yeah. Good round by Harry. Good finish. And a good finish by Jerry as well.
Yeah, Harry Chace with that 10 under mark, the hot round on the card, followed by Jerry Menzie 5 under, and Josh DiBattista and Luke Sakran at 2 under par. As we take a look at the leaderboard after round 1, Danny Moynihan 11 under par, hot round, followed by the ace man Andrew Cochran, and Zach Sisson will be rounding out our lead card. For round 2, thank you to Elevation Disc for sponsoring this coverage. Make sure to subscribe. We've got all 3 rounds of the Syracuse Open coming out for you all this year. For Dan Brooks Wells, I'm Nathan Johnson. We will see you next time.